Hello everyone, we are from SmartThermometer Mobile TRM408. I want to introduce our team. I, Yohananda Samosir, as a leader.
My name is Baihaki as the team member.
Intan Permatasari as a member.
My name is Alvina Nandika as a team member.
My name is Geri as a team member.
And our manager project, Mr. Nanda Putra Perkasa. And we want to start our presentation. Okay, let's start to our presentation. And the first team members, this is our team members and the project manager. The project description. In this project, we are developing a smart mobile thermometer dubbed SmartThermo that uses temperature sensor to detect room temperature. This application is designed to meet the needs of both industrial and domestic environment with a primary focus on use in server room and household use. Contribution of other course engagement. In object-oriented programming or OOP, this is the insight and the application. On computer system administration, this is the insight and the application. In civic education, this is insight and the application. In general English, this is the insight and the application. And then the mobile programming, this is the insight and the application. In statistics, this is the insight and the application. And the last, multimedia IoT system, this is insight and the application.
The outcome for this project will be the real temperature monitoring, historical data analysis, interactive UI, user account management, partiality, and probability. This is our logbook from January, February, in our logbook 2 in February to March, next in March, still in the March, and then at May, in June, and the project output.
Right, my name is Baihaki, and I'll be explaining the project output of the PBL. So the first part, the SmartThermo app showcase, which is the final version. So this is our final project and final iteration. This is the login screen, that's the register screen, that's the dashboard screen which shows the temperature, and finally the stats screen. Next up is the IoT app and assembly progress documentation, where we recorded several occasions of our app creation and assemblies. First up is the Dallas temperature library installation. This is the part where it connects with the DS18B20 temperature sensors, and also the one-wire library installation. Next is the DS18B20 sensor activation. This is where I tested the connection with temperature itself. Next is the ESP32 driver test. This is the module for the microcontroller of the application. This is the ESP32 module. That's the IoT part equipment before assembly. And one on the right is the sensor connection and experiment. This is the IT to PC connection test. That's the IT temperature testing phase. And that's the blink and LED connection experimentation. Next up is the team collaboration documentation. This is the documentation where we did some discussion with the project manager. That's the part where we coded and designed some UI of the application. And the one on the bottom is the part where we do some final discussion with the team. Next up is SmartThermo app iteration. Right, so this is the early UI and mock-up prototype where I basically did a very simple testing for the application. This is the database test and the alpha version. This is the one where I make some connection for the database and login features. That's a beta version, which is the IoT linkage. That's the part where I finally added some implementation for the IoT to connect with the application. And finally, that's the final iteration, the final release, where the app is fully functional. I added some nice UI and also an additional feature where you can see over there, that's the radial screen for the temperature itself.
This is project realization to other course. During our second semester, the web programming course, simultaneously the algorithmics programming course. This is team contribution, Yohananda, the team leader, Reyhan, IoT assembler, mobile app coder, Geri, UI and UX designer, Alvin, concept designer, and Intan, document editor.
Project abstract and solution, flutter and Dart learning, user authentication, real-time communication, UI consistency, crediting check.
Right. Next up, I'm gonna explain the PBL finished product. This is the SmartThermo mobile application code base, where as you can see here, you see the lib folder, and also the other code bases used to create the application. The application is based on the Flutter project and also using the Dart coding language. Next up. This is the PBL report document where I wrote some very lengthy process and explanation regarding the project itself, and also all of the explanation from the first part to the last iteration. Next up. This is the application user manual where I created several guides and manual for the users to get used to what are they doing and also how to make the most of the application. Next up. This is the PBL poster. Alvin created this poster where it explains several parts and features of the poster. I split up the poster since it's pretty large, so I split up the upper part and the lower part. Next up. This is the application demo video where I created a walkthrough and demonstration for the application so the users could get used to what are they doing and hopefully use the application more easily. Next up. This is the copyright document, pretty straightforward. This is the part where we give the copyright to our college. Next up. This is the handover document, like its namesake. We hand over the project to our project manager. Right, so that's it. Next up will be the closing activity. Alright, so that concludes our final presentation for our PBL project, which is SmartThermo mobile application. For my aftertalk, this project gave us a deep insight regarding several courses in our college, and also deep insight on Internet of Things, and also the utilization of IoT devices in modern day and also everyday life. We're from the TRM408 team. Thank you.